You think you've heard every terrifying story out there, but what if I told you about an event so bizarre, so unexplainable that it defies logic? This isn't just another ghost story. This is something that actually happened, leaving behind more questions than answers. Before we dive into the chilling details, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned until the end, because what I'm about to tell you might just keep you awake at night. It all began on December 5, 1945, when Flight 19, a group of 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers, took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a routine training mission over the infamous Bermuda Triangle. The weather was perfect, and the pilots were among the best the Navy had. The mission was supposed to be simple: fly east for 120 miles, turn north for 73 miles, and then head back to base. But somewhere along the way, something went horribly wrong. Just an hour and a half into the mission, the squadron leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, radioed in with a strange and alarming message. His voice was tense, almost panicked, as he reported that his compass was malfunctioning. The other pilots quickly confirmed that their instruments were acting up too, as if some invisible force was interfering with their equipment. Taylor's voice grew more desperate as he tried to navigate by sight alone, but the sky had grown dark, and the ocean below was a featureless void. The last message received from Flight 19 was Taylor saying, "We are entering white water, nothing seems right, we don't know where we are, the water is green, no white." After that, silence. The planes and their 14 crew members vanished without a trace, as if they had been swallowed by the sea. The Navy launched the largest search and rescue operation in history at the time, scouring over 250,000 square miles of ocean. They found nothing. No debris, no oil slicks, nothing to suggest that 5 large aircraft had crashed. It was as if Flight 19 had simply ceased to exist. The Navy was baffled, eventually concluding that the planes must have run out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, but with no evidence, it was a hollow explanation. Now here's where the story takes an even darker turn. Decades passed, and the mystery of Flight 19 became one of the most enduring legends of the Bermuda Triangle. People speculated that the planes had been caught in a time vortex, or that they had been abducted by extraterrestrials. But in 1991, something happened that sent shivers down the spines of those who had followed the case. A fishing vessel off the coast of Florida snagged something in its nets, an old, corroded aircraft. When experts examined the plane, they made a shocking discovery. It was one of the missing Avengers from Flight 19. The serial numbers matched exactly. But the horror didn't end there. The plane was eerily well preserved despite being underwater for decades, but the cockpit was empty. There were no human remains, no signs of a struggle, just an empty, silent aircraft, as if the crew had vanished into thin air. How could this plane have been sitting at the bottom of the ocean, unnoticed for all those years? And where were the bodies? Even more disturbing, other wreckage from Flight 19 has been found over the years, but never in the same place. It's as if the planes were scattered across the ocean by some unknown force, their crews lost to time. Some say that the discovery of the plane only deepens the mystery, that it suggests the Bermuda Triangle is not just a myth, but a very real and very dangerous place where the laws of nature don't apply. Others believe that the planes are still out there, somewhere, flying through an endless fog, lost in a time loop from which they can never escape. What really happened to Flight 19? And could it happen again? The truth is, we may never know, and that's the scariest part of all.